Hi guys, today I'm really excited to be bringing you the Captain Marvel Starforce Exclusive figure. I've just received this morning. I'd like to show you guys through the figure. Really excellent looking Marvel Legend. We'll start with the close-up of the packaging. So as you can see, it comes in the green outfit and with a number of accessories. So if we zoom in right now and have a look at what we get. Okay, so you get the figure of Captain Marvel in the green suit, which I think is really good. The detail on the actual figure itself is really excellent quality. It also comes with the extra heads, so you've got the standard Carol Danvers head, which you can be swapped for the in-flight mode, and you've also got the Minerva head, which can be swapped on as well. I think most of the accessories that come with this are actually for swapping Carol into the Minerva figure. If you look down here, we do get a scarf that will go around the neck once we swap that head off, and there's also a bandolier which will fit across the chest to give it more of a Minerva look instead of the standard Captain Marvel figure. And she comes with a gun and some extra hands to be able to hold the gun as well. The standard hands that are in place at the minute are just the normal fists, but you can see from the figure itself it's really good quality. The paint job is really nice. We'll have a better look at that in a second. I'm going to get this figure out in just 1 second, but let's just have a quick look around the packaging. Okay, so it's your typical Marvel Legends packaging, obviously window box on the front, some nice art on the side in the green Starforce uniform. I really do like the look of this uniform. I actually prefer it over the red one. I've not got the other wave at the minute, but it's something that I'm intending to buy, but I wanted to get these exclusive ones first. Okay, so we'll have a zoom in on this artwork as well. Again, that's really nice artwork on the back of the box. And we'll have a look at the text. So it says, using her intensive training from her days in the Air Force, Carol Danvers boldly leads an intergalactic fleet as Captain Marvel. Okay, and there's a nice headshot there of Carol in flight mode. Very nice. Okay. And if we have a look on the other side, again we can see it's the same artwork as on the other side. For anybody that wants to have a look at the barcode information, there we go. So this has been purchased here in the UK. I use a online supplier, as Marvel Legends are quite difficult to come by. Not many shops actually sell these in the UK. You can occasionally pick them up in places like Asda, which is part of the Walmart chain, but they're very few and far between. I tend to buy a lot of these online. I have got lots of other Marvel Legends, so I'll be doing some other reviews in the upcoming weeks. Obviously in the background there you can see my X-Men Days of Future Past Marvel Legends, the Sentinel and Wolverine pack. I'll be doing a video of that sometime in the future. Okay, so let's have a look at this in a bit more detail. I'm just going to get this out of the box and we can have a look at the figure itself. I do really like the look of this figure. It's a really nice addition to the set. Obviously it doesn't come with any Build-A-Figure piece, but I think that's been covered well with the rest of the wave. But it does give you the option of having two figures for the price of one. Because obviously you do get the Minerva head and the accessories to change it from Carol into the Minerva figure as well. Okay, so lots of pieces in there. Okay, so we'll just take the figure out. Apologies about the sound. So you guys know what these boxes are like. They can be quite loud and noisy. Okay, I'll just change the angle a little bit so you can get a better view of the figure. Okay, so Carol, Starforce Exclusive. I really do like the mohawk. That's a really nice piece. I know that comes as a standard on the red and blue suit. Again, I think that really helps make it look like she's actually in flight mode. So a close-up look on the paint detail of this one. Okay, so the paint job has been really nice. I was looking at this in the packet and I noticed a few places on the shoulders here. It's not finished off that great. I suppose you could put that down to a bit of battle damage. But on the whole, the rest of the figure is really nicely done. Look at the the finishing on those green lines down the leg. It's almost like a green metallic. Again, she's a really nice figure. Lots of manoeuvrability, so we'll just zoom back out and have a look at some of these. Okay, so the articulation. Let's have a look at the head movements. Okay, so she can... she does move up quite a way. It's not as far as I was hoping for flight mode, but even so, it's not too bad. It does look better coming at you from the front. I'll get those fists around. Nice pose ability. Moving it down. Again, she can't look too far down, mainly because of the chin part of the head. If you have a look at that under there, you can see it does stretch quite far around, so it's only going to go so far. Obviously left and right, very nice. Those shoulders, let's have a look how much these move out. Okay, so those epaulettes on the shoulders, they are like a softer rubber material, so they do move as you put those arms out to the sides, and again it will twist all the way around, so she can really give a good uppercut action. The elbows, nice movement in the elbows, a little bit loose, but it does also twist, and the hands obviously twist all the way around, so we can punch and get a nice pose on that. I'll put this one back down a bit, and you can see again I'm really impressed with this paintwork. It's nice metallic green. I think it reflects the light really well. Have a look on the back. Again, it stretches all the way around. Okay, so the legs, we do go out to the side. Can't quite do a full split, but still, it's not a bad manoeuvre. It's just twist at the thigh, and we've also got that ball joint at the hip, so it does spin around. We've got a double jointed knee, which is always nice to see. Obviously no double jointing on the elbow, which I think it's something we come to expect with Marvel Legends figures, especially on the women. There's not many that have the double jointing. And the ankle has the usual twist, so you can get some really awkward looking angles on the feet, and they do go forward and back as well. Okay, so we can see if we can stand her up and have a better look at the figure itself. Okay, so that's really quite a nice figure. You will notice on the facial expression, I know a lot of people have made comments in the trailer for the film that she doesn't seem to have a lot of facial expression, but if you look closely at her face on this figure, you can see she's almost got a little bit of a smirk going on. So maybe that's a sign of things to come in the film. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so let's have a look at some of these accessories. I'll just stand her to the back just for a second. Okay, so you get the extra Carol Danvers head. You get the Minerva head. We do get the scarf accessory, a bandolier which will fit across the figure. We also get two alternative hands, obviously a left and a right piece. Oop. There goes one. Recovered that. There we go. And here's the second one. Try not to flirt it across the room this time. There we go. That's the second one. And we also get the rifle, which Minerva seems to be using a lot in the film. Obviously I don't think Captain Marvel needs the rifle, as she can fire blasts out of her hands, but again that's quite a nice piece. I've not seen this kind of design before, so I think it is particular for this figure. We'll have a look at that in just a second. Obviously we've got the nice row of dismembered heads. Okay, so we've got the Captain Marvel head, which I'm sure a lot of you have seen with the previous Captain Marvel figure. Again, it's a good likeness. It's even got the little mole just below the left eye, which is a nice little addition. Obviously not a lot of facial expression on that one. And then we have the Minerva alternative head, which again is a nice addition. It's a really nice piece. Unusual haircut. I'm assuming this is what it's going to look like in the film. I've seen a lot of stills from the film, and it does look a little bit different with the eye mask. I assume that's something that may be added during the film. Okay, so we've got the scarf piece, which is going to fit around the neck to change the look of the figure a little bit, and obviously the bandolier, which is going to fit across and give like a holster on the side for the gun. And we have the alternative hands, which are going to enable us to hold the rifle. Okay, so let's have a look what this looks like with the alternative heads. I'm always a bit nervous about popping these heads off, as I don't really want to break the figure. And as you can see, that peg is a little bit thin through there, so what we'll do, we'll go straight into the Minerva head and see what it looks like. Okay, so we get the little click, and it seems to be in place. Actually, you do get a little bit more manoeuvrability on this head, as the neck hole seems to be a little bit bigger. It does make it look like she's got a slightly long neck. I don't think that pushes in anymore. Okay, so she has got, but still, that does change it into quite a nice looking figure. Suits the body well, fits on well. I suppose in an ideal world it would be better to have two of these figures, so you could have a Minerva and a Starforce Captain Marvel, but I suppose that comes down to budget and costs, and finding one. I know this was quite difficult to get hold of, and I did have to pre-order, so I'm quite glad I got this. I should have put that scarf on before I pop that on, shouldn't I? Let's, okay, so the scarf goes on this way. I've had a look at the stills online with the bits hanging down the back, and I think that just that makes the neck seem a little bit more reasonable. Okay, so that, yeah, that looks better. Shall I look at perhaps putting this bandolier on? Again, that's a nice addition to the figure. It really makes the figure look like two separate figures. Obviously in the trailer, if you guys have seen it, you would have seen that they do all wear the same kind of outfit. So adding these extra pieces just turns it into a slightly different figure. Makes it look really good. Okay, let's have a look at taking out one of these hands. And we'll put in the one for holding the gun. And again, we have to be quite careful with these grips on these thumbs. I don't like to break the thumbs off when I can help it. But okay, so it does. This is a little bit awkward to get in. Let's yeah, that grip is really kind of awkward to get a hold of. I think get in there. I think it's the length of the fingers which is a bit awkward. They do bend right into the hand, which is quite an awkward grip position. And of course getting it around that thumb. Yeah, pretty awkward gripping position on this one. Let's see if we can get that in. I think the problem is the length of the fingers, which is they bend really far around into the hand. So you guys might have a bit more luck of doing this than me when you... Ah, that's better. That's better. Got a nice grip on it now. And we've got the separate figure for the trigger. Bandoliers all over the place. Okay, so we do have that one finger that's not quite in the trigger hole, but again, I'll have to sort that out at a later date. Okay, so you get the idea, the impression of holding this particular weapon really is the length of those fingers. They do go right round into the hand. I'm always wary about bending these figures because I don't really want to break off those pieces, especially when I've just received it. Yeah, it really doesn't hold it particularly well. Okay, we'll try one more time. Let's bend those right round. That's it. Ah, right. Okay. Hope you guys have a little bit more luck with that than I did. But again, it does add an extra piece to the figure itself. Nice, makes it look like she's ready for battle. Pull the bandolier down, it's all over the place. So you do get those extra pieces. Obviously, you do get the extra cowl down this head. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen this with the red figure, so I'm not going to put that on just now. So it looks like Minerva is ready for action, and she's ready to take up her role as Starforce, or I'm sure at some point later in the film she's obviously going to turn into some kind of villain of the piece. I don't know if she's going to be one of the main ones, but you can see, nice figure. If we just stand her next to, well, I've got one of my other figures just handy, which is my Walmart exclusive Thanos, just for size comparison. And you can see there is a bit of a difference going on. Obviously this is a female figure, so the size difference is quite considerable. But I think she could hold her own in a firefight. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Sorry about the little fiddly bit with the holding of the gun, but if you enjoyed it, please look out for more videos from my channel in the future, and I'll see you guys soon.